This is the thread I'll be using. It's called sachiko-thread. It's traditionally used in the Japanese embroidery. I'll take large stitches and not the teensy quilting stitches. So I'm ready to go. Well, I'm busy working away here, and somebody asked me, why is it called a quilting bee? Of course, the first thing I would think of is maybe there's some connection with bees working in the hive and all of that, but evidently that's not the case. And so far as that's concerned, it was comes from the Middle English word bean, which was like a boon. It was like helping. Something helped you, and it was for helping. The word quilting bee, or any bee, it's for people getting together. One person can't have a bee. It's for people getting together, and usually peers, and they're doing some activity which can be competitive, like a spelling bee, or it can be like helping, like there were used to be barn raising bees, lumber bees, different things like that. So the thing about this, doing this project, calling this a quilting bee, I mean, the reason it occurred to me to call this, when I realized it was a quilting bee, was when I realized that this thing was happening. People were sending in little contributions, and I could respond to those as I quilt. So I'm not quilting alone. The quilting operation, you know, it's needle in, needle out for thousands of stitches. When you're doing something that is going to take that long, you can't be thinking about it's being finished, because you're so far from its being finished that you just surrender to the moment. And that's the wonderful thing about it. What I've decided to do on this quilt for the quilting is, first of all, you saw how I decided to quilt these parts. You know, I'm putting blue in those, and I'm treating this print in a certain way. As for the quilt itself, I've decided to use a freehand, spontaneous, sort of waving stitches to go along with the fact that the fabrics themselves are kind of waving. So we have the ends being done in this way. I used a little blue thread here